Vinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gogopinath Shai Mukunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai, Sri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Sri Mayapur Dham ki jai, Jamuna Maya ki jai, Ganga Maya ki jai, Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Ganta Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Yuga Dharma Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai, Brihat Madanga Transcendental Book Distribution ki jai, Transcendental Krishna Prasadam Distribution ki jai, Oh Premanandi, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Okay. Trying to hide. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Shrimad Bhagavatam class. Today we are speaking from Canto 1, and I believe we are still on chapter 8, but we're about to finish it. Let's take a look here. Here we go. Got prayers by Queen Kunti, and I believe it's not March. Okay. Yep. So prayers by Queen Kunti, and then we'll go to chapter 9, the passing of Bhishma Dev. And so I'm not sure because Sham's not here. And he was one of the last people to speak. Actually, Ajinkya Prabhu spoke last. So what we will do, let's see here. Yep, here we go. Okay. All right. I'm going to read the last three prayers. And first we'll say invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Is everybody all right with me not chanting Jaya Radha Madhava? Is that okay? I'm sorry. We're a little late. It's almost 8 o'clock. All right, and the kirtan was so nice. I feel like that was it. Okay, so we're going to start, because I remember Ajinkya Prabhu and Ram Sham. Okay. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Tamal Krishna Goswami Tinamini Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Rutavija Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvisheshinyavadi Bhaskati Deshtarne Jashula Gurudev Jashula Prabhupada Om Gyana Dimrandisya Gana Gana Shalakaya Chakshura Militam Jena Tasma Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadam Ayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Okay. Kevayam Nama Rupabhyam. We're starting on text 38 if you want to follow. It's text 38, Canto 1, Chapter 8, and I'm just doing the Sanskrit and the verses. And then we're going to catch up to the point where Shri Krishna has accepted her prayers. Kevayam nama rupabhyam yadubi sahapandava pavato darshanam yarhi rishikanam iveshtitu. As the name and fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living entity, as the name and fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit. Similarly, if you do not look upon us, all our fame and activities, along with the Pandavas and Yadus, will end at once. Neyam sabhishyate tatra yate danim gadadhara tadpader ankitabhati salakshana vilakshitai. O Gadadhar, Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impressions of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful, but when you leave, it will no longer be so. Ime jana padasritha supakaha shadivirda vinadinadi danvanto yadante tava vikshitai. All these cities and villages are flourishing in all respects because the herbs and grains are in abundance. The trees are full of fruits, the rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, and the oceans full of wealth. And this is all due to your glancing over them. Atav vishvesha vishvatman vishvamurte sakeshame sneha pashami mam chinti Dridam Pandusha Vrishnishu. This is text 31. O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please, therefore, sever my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and the Vrishnis. Tahi menanya vishaya Matir Madhu Pate Sakrit Ratim Udavatadadha Gangevaham Adanvati. O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you without being diverted to anyone else. Shri Krishna, Krishna Saka Vrishni Rishabhana Drug Rajanya Vamsa Dadanana Pavarga Virya Govinda Koti Jasurati Haravatara Yogeshvara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. O Krishna, O friend of Arjuna, O chief among the descendants of Vrishni, you are the destroyer of those political parties which are disturbing elements on this earth. Your prowess never deteriorates. You are the proprietor of the transcendental abode, and you descend to relieve the distresses of the cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees. You possess all mystic powers, and you are the preceptor of the entire universe. You are the Almighty God, and I offer you my respectful obeisances. So this is the last of Srimati Kunti Devi's prayers. And forgive me if I've gone ahead and skipped any. I'll read the purport to this, or Tulsi Saki, you feel free to jump in whenever you want, and I'll get you a mic. Purport. A summary of the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna is made herein by Srimati Kunti Devi. The Almighty Lord has his eternal transcendental abode, where he is engaged in keeping Sarabi cows. He is served by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. He descends on the material world to reclaim his devotees and to annihilate the disturbing elements and groups of political parties and kings who are supposed to be in charge of administration work. He creates, maintains, and annihilates by his unlimited energies, and still he is always full with prowess and does not deteriorate in potency. The cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees of the Lord are all objects of his special attention because they are very important factors for the general welfare of all living beings. This is really nice how Srila Prabhupada has, he's summarized this verse so nicely. The Almighty Lord, it says here, the Almighty Lord has his eternal transcendental abode where he is engaged in keeping Sarabi cows. So we can see on some of the paintings here how many cows, but there's a painting of Krishna. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but it's really amazing. They have unlimited cows. They go back as far as your eye can see, all the way back to tiny, tiny pinhead cows. So small, but it goes back thousands and thousands, crores of cows. There's so many. And it's just astounding that each one, Krishna knows their name. Not one is neglected. Not one, oh, you know, you're just one of the billions of cows. I'll leave you aside. No, no, no. Just every single one of them is treated with love and respect and perfect loving exchange. Next is he's served by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. The first time I kind of got a glimpse of that was the painting, the BBT painting of Sri Krishna rescuing the damsels that had been stolen. So this unscrupulous king had stolen so many of these beautiful maidens, and they weren't married yet. They were unmarried, but it was such a difficult situation for them that no one would accept them. If they went home, there would be no marriage, there would be no celebration or anything. They would be condemned to a very solitary life and very difficult life. So when Krishna rescued all these beautiful maidens, you can see this picture, and on the balcony, when I saw that picture, so many maidens, 16,100 of them, right? Is it 16,100? And because there's the 8 principal, right? And then I was thinking in my mind, how could they conceive of a painting like that. So if you get a chance, go in your Krishna book and find that that beautiful pastime of Krishna rescuing all those damsels, and you look at the picture, and it's just incredible. How many they just go back and back and back and back as far as you can see, and very good rendering of a painting. It's so beautiful. And yet each one we know has their own individual relationship with Krishna, their own individual service to Krishna. And it's so perfect. Jai Shri Shri Radha Kalachanji, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Chota Radha Kalachanji, Shri Shri Balagorni Tai, Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Devi. He descends on the material world to reclaim his devotees and to annihilate the disturbing elements and groups of political parties and kings who are supposed to be in charge of administration work. Well, it's true. We just were reading in the 4th chapter how King Vena, he was such a wicked king, so horrible, and just had no scruples, no moral compass at all. And yet Krishna appeared in the form of King Prithu, and and righted everything. Queen Archie and King Prithu, considered to be a plenary expansion of the Supreme Lord, he came and righted everything. It all became corrected. So he descended as King Prithu. And so you can see that when the world gets, really out of control, that Krishna actually does take action. He sees what's going on. He sees, who's doing what and what's happening, and, are the devotees being encouraged in their service? Is there anything going on that's hampering their service? So Krishna actually makes arrangements. And a lot of us, could say, well, Krishna, please come now, because there's so much injustice, so many people that are starving and oppressed. But we, there's a lot of posts on the internet about, how the Palestinians are being oppressed, and the Jewish people are being too harsh and mean-hearted. This person is doing that person is doing that, this group is doing that. But yet, Krishna, he knows what is going on. And not, he has his agents, he has his agencies. It's not like Krishna is like personally, he's there, but yet he's not. It's like he's completely removed. He's always in his abode, and he's always having pleasure pastimes, and he's completely focused on that. Yet at the same time, he's aware of the material world. He's aware of what's going on and how things are going and what people need to keep going. And he'll show himself up in your heart. If you feel lonely, sometimes I get overwhelmed with feelings of loneliness. And if you really pray about that, then he shows you, nope, Guru and Krishna are always there. And I had that realization just this morning, revealed my mind to a beloved God sister, and got that realization, chanted some really heartfelt rounds, and it came, Guru and Krishna, they're there. So as they surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. Krishna does want to see that the people of the world turn to him, that they're actually turning. Oh God, please, we're lost without you. We do not know what we're doing. We need your help. So that has to be there. Krishna does want to see that, in the material world, that people take shelter. And sometimes things are arranged that it's such difficulty that the devotees, those who know their devotees, those who don't know their devotees, they take shelter. So that's what happens. They realize, wait a minute, I'm not a controller of this world. I don't know, how these things are happening. Let me take shelter of the Supreme Lord. Let me take shelter of a power higher than myself. I'm not the end all be all. And I have to take shelter. I have to see my tiny position, and that Krishna is Vibhu and I am Anu. And then from that place of realizing how small, then we can call out helplessly, Dear Lord, we are lost without you, and we need your mercy, we need your help. So Srila Prabhupada goes on. He creates, maintains, and annihilates by his unlimited energies. And still, he is always full with prowess and does not deteriorate in potency. Here's what happens in the Ishopanishad. Om Purnam Adha Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Vasishyate. In the Ishopanishad, it is described how the Supreme Lord is perfect and complete. And even though so many units are emanating from him, he remains the complete balance. So there's no diminution. In other words, Krishna, he's ever full. He's ever opulent and glorious and completely full in himself. So full with prowess and does not deteriorate in potency. So how many things in this world, in fact, the whole material world is based on things that are, either going through birth, death, disease, old age, and the mad search for profit, adoration, distinction, fame. And in the meantime, we're dealing with everything that deteriorates in prowess and does not keep its potency. So that's what this whole material world is revolving on, that fact. Boy meets girl, girl meets boy. Great for a little while, and then all of a sudden it loses its magic. It's not, okay, so, we loved each other so much, we took wedding vows. But then sometimes you wonder why you did it. You see? And then so it deteriorates. So that's why Krishna, God, has to be in the center of everything. Otherwise, it just keeps going on and on. If God is in the center, of whatever ashram you're in, then you can go forward powerfully, strong, love, encouragement. It's all there. The body is constantly breaking down. It's constantly losing potency. The vitamin industry is, I think I looked back 10 years ago, it was something like a $750 billion industry. That was 10 years ago. That's so long ago. Jai Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji. Jai Shri Shri Radha Govinda. Jai Shri Nitai Balagor. Jai Shri Chota Radha Kalachandji. Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Devi. That curtain takes some serious strength to open. You're thinking about getting a new curtain. It's going to be a lighter fabric, but very strong. So that will be easier for the pujaris. Just see how beautiful they are today. Beautiful purples and greens. Gorgeous, sparkling silver and gold. Beautiful. Lovely in every way. So this is a good example of something that does not deteriorate in potency and is always ever full of prowess, is the beauty of Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji. Always, always beautiful. And isn't it like you're looking at the altar and you can't stop? It's like you just want to look and look and look and never take your eyes away. And you don't even want your eyes to blink. You get a glimpse of what the gopis are saying. Brahma, why did you make those eyelids? It's so beautiful. The cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees of the Lord are all objects of special attention because they are very important factors for the general welfare of all living beings. I'll read that again, sorry. I added a word. The cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees of the Lord are all objects of his special attention because they are very important factors for the general welfare of living beings. So there's a story I read the other day that in the Ukraine, during the previous Ukrainian conflict, this was years and years ago back, there's conflict in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and it was so bad that people were making bread out of leaves. They were taking leaves and drying them and grinding them and making flour and making bread out of leaves. So that's how hard it was. And it's hard now because of the conflicts between Russia and them. So, but they have a cow. They had a cow program. And if you sponsored a cow, this was through, I don't know, some market, some store, they were actually promoting this. If you sponsor this cow, Dallas Morning News, they had it. It was sponsor a cow for the Ukraine. And they would publish stories week after week of the people that were so grateful for the cows. And they wouldn't kill them because they knew better. It's like killing the goose that laid the golden egg. The farmer thought, oh, well, if I just kill the goose, I'll get all the eggs. Nope. Yeah, no more golden eggs. So the people in the Ukraine at that point, so very smart that they knew, no, we must not kill the cow. The cow gives milk, which helps us make butter and cheese, and we can survive with that. And so that's the intelligence. And so every week they would publish stories, and people would write in from the Ukraine and say, here's such and such cow. This is where this cow lives, and these are the family members. And they take a picture with the family, and the cow's right in the middle, just one of the family. And they're so thankful for that cow. They're just so grateful. So yeah, it was a cow sponsorship program, and it was really big. So the cows are so misunderstood now that, I think I wrote a letter to the Beef Council about 15 years ago. I wrote a letter telling them that if they would just let the cow die naturally, they can have their aged beef that they prize so much. That fetches a really big dollar on the auction block, is the older cows, the aged beef. I said, well, just let them die naturally, and you'll get that. And, and you'll stop all the sinful reactions of people being killed in schools and, mass murders of people just walking into a public place and opening fire. And people wonder why it's happening. Well, hello, we're slaughtering innocent animals. So, yes, there will be a reaction for that. And what is it? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The Lord is very balanced. There is a reaction for every action. There's an equal and opposite reaction. So, yeah, these crimes are tragic. They're horrible. But if they'll just stop killing the cow, these things will stop. And the weather will clear up. Srila Prabhupada said, the weather will be better. The brahmanas. So who are the brahmanas? These are the devotees these are people in society that teach us by their example and by their words how to live a perfect life. Dedicate yourself to the chanting of the holy names and giving it to other people. Give the holy name to whoever you meet, wherever you go. Bring some books with you. Bring some prasadam. It's so easy to pack a couple cookies. Mother Nitya Kishori for many years, and now Mother Leela for many years, and Radha Seva and her husband, Shamasundar, they make these wonderful sweets. Well, if you see them extra in the prasadam room, just pack it up and just hand it to the person at the checkout counter. Here's a piece of carob cake, and it tastes just like chocolate. And they'll go, what? Carob? Chocolate? Wow. And it's not chocolate. And then, they'll start to say, I'm allergic. Oh, it's not chocolate. Because millions of people are allergic to chocolate. Fortunately, I'm not. Maharaj has a funny name for chocolate. He calls it imitation carob. I love that. So Maharaj is one of those brahmanas in our society, and we have these brahmanas sprinkled throughout different ashrams here in our community. These brahmanas are there to take shelter. If you're feeling confused, sad, lacking direction, hey Prabhu, this is my life. Make it brief. Do you have a moment? Or can we have a meeting? Can we set up a time to talk? And just ask them for advice. Rupanuga is there, Maturanath is there. We've got so many nice devotees, Balaram Prasad, Nityananda, Nrsingarupa. You can take shelter of all these different devotees and say, this is what I have, and what do you advise? What can I do? How can I please Krishna? How can I go forward with my spiritual life? So these are the brahmanas, and they're extremely important, and we have to, what do? We protect them and we support them. We give them our loving obeisances, and we ask if we can do any service. Chakri and Vishnupriya are here, serving for so long. They're there for advice. You go to them and say, hey, can you give me advice? Can you tell me, what do you think of this? They may not get back to you right away. They'll just say, well, let us think about that, and we'll get back to you. We have Sudhir Krishna. I'm just naming a few. Lakshmi Priya, Jai Gauranga and his family. There's so many who are actually capable, and they're in the fixed position where they can advise you. Chandravali's still with us, Mother Manjwali, Mother Kunkumangi, Narottamananda. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. We have all these gold mine brahmanas, and they're able to advise, they're able to help. Aprameya Krishna, his family, Radha Krishna, he's in India right now, dealing with the passing of his dad, and he's another great devotee. You can take shelter. So these brahmanas, we want to protect them. We want to shelter them. And we want to give them our loving service and camaraderie, if that's what they want. Usually we're in a junior position, so we ask for service. The devotees of the Lord are all objects of his special attention. Where are the devotees on the Lord's body? Can anyone say? Where do you find the devotees? Can anyone say? Abai? Can you say? Raj, you got it. You won the prize. You get extra Charnamrita this morning. The Lord's lotus feet. That's where you find the devotees. And so if you are kind and loving to the devotees, that's like massaging Sri Krishna's lotus feet. Who would like to massage Lord Sri Krishna's lotus feet? I would love to. I would love to massage all the devotees' lotus feet too. But that's how to do it. You take shelter, and that you just give them your love and consideration and well wishes. That's how we serve, and how they want you to serve is important. Because Krishna sees that. He says, okay, well, this person doesn't serve me so much, but they really love to serve my devotees. And that is very attractive to Krishna. Why? Because what does Krishna say? If you are the devotee of my devotee, that is factually my devotee. That is who that is. The devotees of the Lord are all objects of his special attention because they are very important factors for the general welfare of living beings. A society without a head, running wild. I think that's probably my worst nightmare is, we were into, I don't know why, but as a kid, I was really into horror movies. I don't know where that came from. It was weird. It was just a phase, and then I realized, man, I am tired of seeing decapitated bodies. I am just getting sick of that. And I wonder also, with some other faiths out there that decapitate people, I said, don't you ever get tired of it? Come on, it's so boring. Anyway, it's just, to me, and then later on I realized it's just ugly and it's horrible. So a society without a head. That's what Srila Prabhupada came to create a head. And I think, what is it? We have a society, we have a body, and then we have a head. So what we want to do is put the head on top of the body and say, just like the lame man and the blind man. So we have the blind man and the lame man, and the lame man is struggling on the road, and the blind man, who's big and strong, he's struggling on the road because he can't see. So they make a pact. The blind man and the man with the body. Okay, I'll sit on your shoulders and I'll guide you. Okay, and then I'll be your carrier and I'll take you where you want to go. What a nice arrangement. They became good friends and they help each other. So that's what's important, That's what's important, cooperation. Srila Prabhupada said that your love for me will be your cooperation. It's shown by your cooperation. So hopefully we can tell the general mass of people that, hey, if you're having trouble here, we can help. And, and help them with prasadam, help them with book distribution that is personal, meaning you develop a relationship with that person. You don't just give them a book and say good luck. You just say, here's my address. This is where we meet. Here's me. If you want to write to me, please come. And that is a personal way to distribute books. So I am going to stop here. It's 8:15 according to that clock, and ask if there's any questions, comments, corrections, chastisements. Anything anybody wants to add? The floor is open. Yeah? The next verse is so beautiful. Sutta Goswami said, the Lord, thus hearing the prayers of Kunti Devi, composed in choice words for his glorification, mildly smiled. That smile was as enchanting as his mystic power. So that's the next verse. And we'll go ahead and mark it there. And with that, I'll go ahead and end. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanandi jai. Mother Tulsi Saki ki jai. Yeah, the meditation of the Tulsi Saki, just for those who are listening, said, I appreciate the meditation of serving the devotees is like massaging the lotus feet of the Lord. Jai. That's a gift of Gurudev. Gurudev is so kind.
कृपाभरौ भुवि भुव भारावहन्तारकौ वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजुगौ श्रीजीव गोपालकौ वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजुगौ श्रीजीव गोपालकौ कृष्ण कीर्तन गान कृष्ण कीर्तन गान नर्तन परम प्रेम वीर वीर जन प्रिय प्रिय करो कृपा भरौ श्री चैतन्य कृपा भरौ भुवि भुव मारव अंतरकौ वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजुगौ श्रीजीव गोपालकौ चारणै सद्धर्म संस्थापक लोकानां हितकारिणं त्रिभुवने मन्नं शरण करो धर्म संस्थापक लोकानां हितकारिणां त्रिभुवने मन्नं शरणं करो धर्म संस्थापक लोकानां Manang Sarana Sri Chaitanya Kripabaram Lokanam Hitakarinam Tribhumane Manang Sarana Dharma Samastapaka Lokanam Hitakarinam Tribhumane Manang Saranakaram Radha Krishna Radha Krishna Padaravindav Bhajanamritav Radha Krishna Padaravindav Bhajana Nandena Mattalika Vande Rupa Sanatanam Raghujugal Sri Krishna Kirtana Dana Natala Parau Prema Manesi Veera Veera Janapriya Nirma Pujita Sri Chaitanya Kripa Bharau Bhubi Bhuba Mara Manta Rakau Vande Rupa Sanatana Rakhujiga Vasude Sadasure Chadasure Siddharajalakin Dhanisha Ajabadasa Jadadada Ranna Wow. बालपति शनि सदा तुच्छव भूत्वा दीनगणे छको करुणया कौपीनकं आश्रितौ गोपी भावरसामृताब्दलहरी गोपी भावरसामृताब्दलहरी कल्लो लमग्नं वन्दे रूप सनातनं रघुजुगौ श्रीजी भगो बालक राधे हे राधे ब्रज देविके च हे नन्दसूना कुतः देविके चललिते हे नन्दसूनकुतः श्रीगोवर्धन पादपतले कालिन्दी वने कुतः राधे ब्रज देविके चललिते हे नन्दसूनकुतः श्रीगोवर्धन पादपतले कालिन्दी वने कुतः गोसंतापिते गोसंतापिते सर्वतो ब्रजपुरे खेदई बिहुबलौ वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजुगौ श्रीजी बालक गोसंतापिते सर्वतो ब्रजपुरे खेदई महाबिहुबलौ वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुजुगौ श्रीजी बालक कृष्ण की Sarau Nimang Sarau Mudita Sri Chaitanya Kripa Bhara Bhuvi Bhuva Mara Vahan Tarak Bande Rupa Sanatana Nagjaga Krishna Tadiya Padapankaj Panyarantam Adaiva Visatume Manasaraja Prana Prana Samai Kapavata Pittau Antavarodhana Vidhau Maranang Kutase Krishna Tadiya Padapankaj Panjanantam Adaiva Visatume Manarasta Rajahansam Prana Prana Samai Kapavata Pittau Antavarodhana Vidhau Maranang